Hey everyone, this is Sharon from Sharonatsea, and I actually had a request from a subscriber to talk about how to make debarkation or disembarkation a little less stressful the night before, the packing and all those things. Debarkation can be quite stressful the night before when you are trying to finalize all your purchases, settle up your onboard account, packing, and still try to find time for all those last night activities around the ship. So I'm going to share with you a few things that I do to help ensure that I don't miss out on any of the activities and we still have a fun last night on the ship. All right, many of you who have cruised for a while remember the days where self-assist was not really an option. You would have to pack up all your luggage the night before, have it out in the hallway between 10 and midnight or so, depending on the cruise line. And that was a nightmare. Most of you would go to dinner. After dinner, everyone would come directly back to their cabin, start packing, and it just seemed like it took, half the night. You were exhausted after and then went to bed and missed out on all the fun. Well, since the self-assist has taken over on most cruise lines, this has, I know, helped us tremendously. We never miss out on any ship fun on the last night now. We go to dinner as usual on the last night. Then we go out and have a good time. We have as much fun as we want, and we'll stay out till midnight or whatever. Then we come back to our cabin, and when we come back to our cabin, that's when my 5-step of packing kind of goes into effect. And my 5 steps takes 45 minutes tops, and we are ready to get off the ship. So I'm going to go over with you my 5 tips. So the first tip takes about 10 minutes, and that's I pull my laundry basket out of the closet. I separate my clothes into the darks, the lights, and the gentle or hand washable cycles, and I put them each in a separate kind of like kitchen trash bag, and then I pack them all in one luggage. Next, number 2, I take all of our clean clothes out of the cupboards and closets, and I pack them all consolidate them into one packing cube each. So I will have a packing cube, my husband will have one, and my son will have one. And we take everything that's clean and put them in there, and that goes in another luggage, as well as all of our shoes. And that usually takes about 15 minutes. And number 3, next I take all of our toiletries out of the bathroom and add them back into our toiletry bag, and I just leave out like our toothbrush and deodorant, things we may need for the next morning, and everything else goes in that toiletry bag and into one of those suitcases. And number 4, I bring out the handy dandy luggage scale. So I suggest if you don't have one of these, you purchase one before your next cruise. There you can get a decent one for about 10 bucks, and my God, that has saved our life sometimes. So if you're flying, I would highly suggest you get one. This is when we weigh our luggage, and as long as they're under 50 pounds, we're good. Most of the time we are now because I've just got pretty good at it. But if not, it may take you a few extra minutes to kind of juggle a little bit at this time. And lastly, number 5. This usually takes about 10 minutes, and this is packing up our carry-ons and backpacks. Usually we pack all of our souvenirs because a lot of times they're fragile, so I will pack those in my carry-on. Things like makeup, or sometimes my curling iron, flat iron, hair dryers, things like that. Sometimes we will throw in our carry-on too. They can weigh a little bit, so it takes a little weight off the larger luggage, especially if you're flying. And jewelry. I always pack all of my jewelry in my carry-on as well. So anything like that, you're going to want to take in your carry-on. So we pack all of those things up, and then basically we are ready to go. The only thing we have out are, like I said, our toothbrush, deodorant, a couple toiletries for the morning, and our outfit that we are going to wear the next morning. And I forgot one thing. Before you start this whole packing process, we always get in our pajamas. So that way we can pack the clothes we wore that day as well. So we stay pretty organized throughout the week. So it's really doesn't take us that long to pack up. So that's kind of another key tip is stay organized. Don't have your stuff thrown all over the room. If it's in a spot, it's usually easy to pack back up. Also, when you're returning home, you don't have to worry about wrinkles and things like that, like when you're packing to go on the cruise. So if things are a little juggled around, a little unorganized in your luggage, it really doesn't matter. You can get the wrinkles out when you get home, right? So these are my tips for kind of packing and having a stress-free debarkation night. You don't want to miss out on all the activities going around the ship. A lot of times they have some farewell parties, balloon drops, all kinds of fun things going on, and you don't want to miss out on those. And anything else that you may have to do the last night, try to do it maybe right before dinner, like if you have to go settle up your onboard account. In fact, I would say go to guest services maybe in the morning and do that, not right before dinner, because once again, those lines can get pretty lengthy later in the day. But try to take care of all that stuff, intermittently throughout the day, and, so just saves for a fun evening, less stress, and, you can go home just remembering all the fun of your cruise and not, all the chaos at the end. And if you have any great tips that you've used for debarkation, the packing and everything the night before, please post them in the comments below. We would love to hear them. And if you like cruise vlogs, cruise tips, cruise reviews, and even cruise news, please consider subscribing to our channel and click the notification bell so you'll get notified when we post new content and go live. We go live every Monday night and we talk all things cruising. So hope this was helpful, and thanks for watching. Until next time, happy cruising.